If your baby is favoring one side, whether it's laying down or latching, you've probably been told it's just a tight muscle. Stretch it out, do some tummy time, and wait it out. But here's what most pediatricians won't tell you. Torticollis isn't just about tight muscles. And we see this pattern week after week in our office. A mom comes in exhausted, holding a baby who cries during every diaper change, struggles to nurse on one side, and can't seem to get comfortable no matter what position you try. The pediatrician noticed the head tilt at the month 2 checkup and sent you home with stretching exercises that make your baby scream. Or even worse, told you that they'll grow out of this challenge. And these stretches may not be working because tight muscles aren't the root cause. What's causing these tight muscles? And while we're waiting and stretching, the root of the issue in your baby's nervous system is affecting far more than just their neck. It's impacting their ability to eat, to sleep, to drain fluid from their ears, and to even hit developmental milestones. So, if you're a parent with a baby who's been diagnosed with torticollis, or if you notice your baby always turns their head to the same direction, they struggle with nursing, or seem uncomfortable and stiff, then stick around. This is especially important if you've had a traumatic birth with interventions like forceps, vacuum extraction, or C section. But first, before we go into this, let me tell you about Nathan. His mom brought him in after a traumatic emergency C section, which left him with torticollis, plagiocephaly, digestive issues, and eczema covering his face. He was locked up from his neck all the way down to his lower back. The tight neck muscles caused ear misalignment, which led to repeated ear infection starting at just a few months old. Nathan's occupational therapy wasn't helping. He was even fitted for a helmet to correct the flat spot on his head, but he still looked miserable and uncomfortable all the time. He couldn't hit his milestones because his entire system was stuck in overdrive. But within the first month of neurologically focused chiropractic care, Nathan's digestive issues and eczema cleared up. By month 2, everything changed. He started sitting up, he started crawling, he was pulling himself to stand, and he hasn't had an ear infection since starting care. And this is where we're going to transition to understanding why torticollis is a neurological problem, not just a tight muscle. When doctors diagnose torticollis, they're looking for the obvious sign. Your baby's head tilts to one side with their chin pointing to the other direction. They see tight muscles and limited range of motion, but what they're missing is what's happening underneath. Torticollis happens because of what we call subluxation, and subluxation has three components to it. There's a misalignment of spinal bones, there's fixation where the spine can't move properly, and that creates a neurological interference where the nervous system gets stuck sending stress signals instead of calm, coordinated ones. Think of it like a computer with too many tabs open. When your baby's nervous system is overwhelmed with stress signals from that subluxation, everything slows down or crashes. Their body can't coordinate properly. Muscles stay tight and they're stuck in fight or flight mode. To put it another way, subluxation is how the body has adapted in such a way as a response to stress, but it continues to stress the body out. And what we found is that birth trauma is the most common cause. It is that stressor. The amount of pulling, twisting, and pressure placed on a baby's head and neck during those birth interventions is significant. Yes, it can be life saving. And we have to deal with the result. Forceps delivery, vacuum extraction, and even C sections, all of these can create subluxation in the neck, in the upper cervical spine. And then add to that difficult positioning in the womb. Rewind the tape a little bit. If your baby's stuck in the birth canal, or if there's a longer labor, and you've got what we call the perfect storm, you add one layer of stress on top of the other, and they continue to compound, and the result is a nervous system that can't regulate properly. So, yes, there's tight muscles, but there's a reason why stretching alone doesn't work. Physical therapy stretches work on the muscles, but they don't address the subluxation, creating the tension in the first place. It's like trying to push a car with the parking brake on. And many parents tell us the stretches make their baby cry and seem to make things worse. And that's because when the nervous system is stuck in stress mode, in protection mode, any additional discomfort just adds to that tension. You're increasing the amount of stress going in. The body fights back instead of relaxing. So when you release, Instead, when you release the subluxation first with gentle chiropractic adjustments, the nervous system can finally calm down. It can let go. It can receive a different input from that area. It's not stress input, it is a calming input. And then the stretches and positioning exercises actually work better because the parking brake, what was keeping the system stuck, is off. And here's what concerns us most. When torticollis isn't fully resolved at the neurological level, it doesn't just go away. That subluxation can contribute to ear infections because tight muscles affect the eustachian tube drainage. It can lead to respiratory infections like croup and RSV because the body can't move mucus and secretions properly. As kids grow, we see unresolved torticollis show up as gross motor delays, fine motor challenges, sensory processing issues, and even ADHD. It's because the foundation, their nervous system, wasn't stable. So development gets harder at every stage. So if your baby has torticollis, you don't have to choose between painful stretches and just waiting it out. There's a gentle, effective path forward that addresses the root cause. Our approach with neurologically focused chiropractic care, we use advanced insight scans that help us to find exactly where that subluxation is located and how severe it is. And then we make safe, gentle adjustments to release the tension and restore the balance to your baby's nervous system. And what's really cool is parents often see changes within just a few visits. Sometimes our little ones just get stuck in stress mode, right? And when we ease that nervous system tension, everything can shift. Their whole trajectory of life, going from one that was in stuck stress mode, that was colicky, constipated, torticollis, what have you, to one that is easeful. You have a brand new baby. Patients tell us that all the time. I have a brand new baby. And so if this resonates with you, click the link in our bio, send us a DM, or schedule directly with our office team at Rising Health here in Knoxville. Let's help your baby get unstuck and start thriving. That's all for this one. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.